Now we will discuss some extra problems in consignment account. So I'll read the first question. Oswald Mills consigned 5000 kg oil to Vijay dealers. Each kilogram of oil cost rupees 80. Oswald Mills paid rupees 50 as carriage, rupees 250 as freight and rupees 200 as insurance in transit. During transit, 500 kg of oil were accidentally destroyed, for which the insurance company paid directly to the consignor rupees 2500 in full settlement of the claim. After 3 months from the date of consignment of goods, Vijay dealers reported that 3500 kg of oil was sold at rupees 9.50 per kg and expenses being go down rent rupees 500, salesman's salary rupees 750. Vijay dealers are entitled to a 5% commission on sales. Vijay dealers also reported a loss of 20 kg of oil due to leakage. Prepare necessary accounts in the books of both the parties. Okay. I have prepared only consignment account and also did the working notes. The remaining, that is the consignee's account in the books of consignor and the consignor's account in the books of consignee, as well as goods sent on consignment. So everything you have to prepare. I have prepared only the consignment account and have shown the working notes. Okay. So we'll see the consignment account. So in consignment account, here the goods sent on consignment, that is Oswald Mill consigned, that is Oswald Mills is the consignor and Vijay dealers is the consignee. Then the consignor consigned 5000 kg of oil and the cost is rupees 8. So here no invoice price is given, so we have to do it on cost price basis, or we have to use cost price method. So 5000 kg consigned, then cost is 8. Then again the expenses of consignor includes 50 on carriage, 250 as freight, rupees 200 as insurance in transit. Now during transit, 500 kg of oil were accidentally destroyed, for which the insurance company paid rupees 2500 in full settlement. Now after 3 months from the date of the consignment of goods, the sales is 3500 kg at the rate of rupees 9.50. Now the expenses of consignee include go down rent 500 and salesman's salary rupees 750. Now again the consignee is entitled to 5% commission on sales. So these are the transactions which we have to record in consignment account, consignor's account as well as consignee's account. Now we will see the consignment account. So goods sent on consignment. Goods sent on consignment is 5000 kg at the rate of rupees 8, that is 40,000. Then to cash, that is expenses of consignor. So expenses of consignor includes 50 carriage, 250 freight and 200 insurance. So total 500 rupees. So consignor's expense 500. Then to Vijay dealers, that is expenses of consignee. Now expense of consignee is 500 go down rent and 750 salesman's salary. So 1250. Now by Vijay dealers, that is sales. Now the sales is 3500 kg at the rate of rupees 9.50. So the sales will be 33,250. Then commission is, I think, 5% on sales. So commission 5% on sales, that will be here 33,250 into 5 divided by 100, that is 1662.5, I think. So it is rounded off to 1663, or you can write 1662.5. Okay. Now we have to compute the consignment stock. Then again we have to compute the value of abnormal loss. So next is calculation of abnormal loss and also the calculation of consignment stock. So valuation of abnormal loss. Original cost of goods lost. It will be, so during transit 500 kg of oil were accidentally destroyed. So it is 500 kg at the rate of rupees 8. So the cost will be 500 into 8, that is 4000. Then add proportionate non-recurring expense of Oswald, that is consigner. Now the consigner's expense is 500. So 500 into 500 divided by 5000, that is 500 rupees is for 5000 kg. Now you have to compute for 500 kg, that is abnormal loss. So 500 into 500 divided by 5000, that is 50. So the total abnormal loss will be 4000 plus 50, 4050. Then out of this 4050, there is an insurance claim. That is, the insurance company has paid rupees 2500 in full settlement. So insurance claim 2500, and the remaining amount you have to write off against profit and loss account. So that is 4050 minus 2500, that is 1550 you have to write off and will be shown in the profit and loss account. So this is regarding calculation of abnormal loss. Now you can calculate valuation of consignment stock or value the consignment stock. Okay. So total cost of goods sent, that is 5000 into 8. So closing stock is valued this way because there is both normal loss as well as abnormal loss given in the question. So the consignment includes both normal loss as well as abnormal loss. That is normal loss of 20 kg and abnormal loss of 500 kg. So when there is both normal loss and abnormal loss given in the question, you have to value the closing stock this way only. And there is a formula for computing the value of consignment stock. So valuation of consignment stock, total cost of goods sent 5000 into 8, 40,000. Then add non-recurring expense of consignor 500. So there is no non-recurring expense for consignee. Both are recurring in nature. So less value of abnormal loss 4050. That is, we have already calculated the value of abnormal loss 4050. So value of abnormal loss 4050. Then the remaining amount will be 36,450. Then less value of normal loss, which is always 0. So total cost after abnormal loss and normal loss will be 36,450. Now the formula is total cost after abnormal loss and normal loss divided by total units sent minus abnormal loss in units minus normal loss in units into stock in units. So total cost is 36,450 divided by total units sent 5000, abnormal loss 500, normal loss 20. Then what about the closing stock? Here the closing stock will be 5000 kg sent, 3500 sold. So that is 1500. Then out of 1500, 500 kg were lost. So that is 1000. Then from this 1000, 20 kg normal loss. So 1000 minus 20, that is 980. So stock in units will be 980 and the value of closing stock is 7973. So we will write this in the consignment account. That is bank insurance claim 2500, profit and loss account, that is loss 1550. So total will be 4050. Or either you can write these values in the inner column and write the total in the outer column, that is 2500 plus 1550, 4050. Then consignment stock, that is 7973. So total will be 45,273. And the profit on consignment will be 1860. So this is the consignment account in the books of Oswald Mills. Now the remaining account, that is the consignee's account, consignor's account, goods sent on consignment account, then abnormal loss account. So everything you have to prepare. Okay, in the working note there will be calculation of abnormal loss and also calculation of closing stock. The second question is, on 1st September 2020, goods cost price of which was rupees 66,000 were consigned by Sri Lakshmi Das of Delhi to agent Sardar Ram Singh of Amritsar at a pro forma invoice price of 20% above cost. Sardar Ram Singh paid freight and other forward charges amounting to rupees 2,000. He was allowed rupees 1,000 per annum towards establishment cost, then 5% commission on gross sales and 3% del creditor commission. Sardar Ram Singh paid rupees 500 as rent of godown for 3 months ended 31/12/2020. 3/4 of the goods were sold at 33 1/3% of profit on cost, half of which were credit sales. Half the balance of goods were stolen, but the stock being insured, a claim lodged for rupees 7,000 was settled for 6,900. Balance of stock was valued at pro forma invoice price. Write up the consignment account and stock lost on consignment account as on 31st December 2020 in the books of Lakshmi Das. So this is the question. Now here invoice price is given. So you have to use the invoice price method. Now how to calculate this invoice price? Now here the invoice price is given as cost price is 66,000 and invoice price being 20% above cost. So it is simple to calculate the invoice price, that is the cost price is given and the profit is given on cost price itself. So we can calculate the invoice price as 66,000 into 20 divided by 100. So when we add that amount with rupees 66,000, you will get the invoice price. So invoice price here will be 66,000 plus 66,000 into 20 divided by 100. So here cost price as well as invoice price on cost price itself is given. That is percentage on cost price is given. So it is simple to calculate the invoice price. Right. Now first we will do the working notes. So first of all we can calculate the invoice price of goods sent. So invoice price on goods sent is equal to cost price 66,000 plus 20% of 66,000. So that is 66,000 plus 66,000 into 20 divided by 100. So total will be 79,200. Now what about the sale price? The sale price is given in the question as 3/4 of the goods were sold at 33 1/3% profit on cost, half of which were credit sales. So here we can calculate the sales, or we have to calculate the sales, that is 3/4 of the goods were sold and there is a profit of 33 1/3 profit on cost. So first we have to calculate 3/4 of goods on cost, that is 3/4 on cost is equal to total goods sent is 66,000. Then 3/4 of the goods sent will be 66,000 into 3 divided by 4. So that will be cost of goods sold 66,000. 3/4 thereof, that is 66,000 into 3 by 4, that is 49,500. Now on this 49,500 rupees there is a profit of 33 1/3%. So we can calculate the profit as 49,500 into 33 1/3 divided by 100. Now when you add that profit with the cost price, you will get the selling price or the sales. So these goods were sold at a profit of 33 1/3% on cost. So therefore sales will be 49,500 plus, that is 3/4 of 66,000. 49,500 plus 49,500 into 33 1/3 divided by 100. So 33 1/3 is 1 by 3 or 33.33 divided by 100. Either way you can calculate. So sale price or the sales will be 49,500 plus 49,500 into 33.33 divided by 100. So that will be 66,000. Now out of this 66,000, half is on credit basis. So cash basis will be half and credit basis will be half. So 33,000 each. That is 66,000 into 1 by 2, 66,000 into 1 by 2. So half is on cash basis and half is on credit basis. So it will be 33,000 each. So this is the calculation of sales. So first we calculated invoice price, then we calculated sale price. Now calculation of abnormal loss. Now what about the calculation of abnormal loss? That is, yes, half of the balance of goods were stolen. So half of the balance of goods means what? That is 3/4 of the goods were sold. So the remaining will be 1/4. So 3/4 of the goods being sold, 1/4 will be remaining in stock. And half of this 1/4, that is 1 by 2 into 1 by 4. 1/4 is remaining in stock and half of the remaining means 1 by 2 into 1 by 4. It was stolen and the insurance company gave a claim of 6,900. Now you can calculate the value of abnormal loss. Okay, calculation of abnormal loss. Cost of 1/4 of goods sent, that will be 66,000 into 1 by 4. So this is stock. Cost of 1/4 of goods sent, 66,000 into 1 by 4, that is 500. Then half of the total stock left. That is half of the remaining is being lost. So either you can calculate here itself, that is 66,000 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 2. That is half of 1/4. 66,000 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 2, that will be 8,250. Now proportionate non-recurring expense. So here proportionate non-recurring expense is only 2,000 rupees. That is, freight and other forwarding charges 2,000. So the remaining expense, that is rent, is recurring in nature. So there is only one non-recurring expense, that is 2,000 rupees. Okay. So add proportionate non-recurring expense 2,000 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 2. So that is 250. So calculation of abnormal loss. So the cost will be 66,000 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 2. That is 8,250. Then add proportionate non-recurring expense 2,000 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 2. That is 250. So total cost of abnormal loss will be 8,500. Okay. So abnormal loss is 8,500. Now calculation of closing stock. So closing stock will be invoice price of half of 1/4 of goods sent. That is out of 1/4, half was lost. So closing stock will be half of 1/4. So invoice price of half of 1/4 of goods sent, that is 7,200. So this is 79,200. That is invoice price. So 79,200 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 2. So 79,200 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 2, 9,900. Then add proportionate non-recurring expense 2,000 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 2, that is 250. So closing stock or consignment stock will be 10,150. Then now calculate load. As the invoice price as well as cost price is given, if you are following the method of invoice price, then you have to compute load, and this you will have to record in consignment account. So load we have to calculate. Now what about the load? Here load will be load in consignment stock as well as load in goods sent on consignment you have to calculate. So there will be two types of load. One is load on consignment stock and the second will be load in case of goods sent on consignment. So this is one load, that is load in closing stock will be closing stock at invoice prices. And what is load? Load is the difference between invoice price and cost price. So closing stock at invoice price will be 9,900, that is 9,900. You need not take into consideration the proportionate non-recurring expense because the non-recurring expense will not include any load. Okay, so load in closing stock will be closing stock at invoice price will be 9,900. Then closing stock at cost price will be 8,250. That is 66,000 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 8. Okay, so closing stock at invoice price will be 9,900, that is 79,200 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 2. Then closing stock at cost price will be 66,000 into 1 by 4 into 1 by 2, 8,250. So the balance, that is 9,900 minus 8,250, 1,650 will be the load in case of consignment stock. Now we will see the consignment account. To goods sent on consignment 79,200, that is invoice price. To goods sent on consignment 79,200. Then to Sardar Ram Singh, that is consignee, expense, insurance, establishment charges and rent. Insurance 2,000. Then establishment charges, there is a small calculation here because in case of establishment charge, he was allowed rupees 1000 per annum towards establishment cost. So that is, here it is 1000 per annum. Now here on 1st September 2020 the goods were sent. Here establishment allowance is allowed 1000 per annum, that is rupees 1000 per annum. Now here the go down rent is for 3 months. Okay, so here establishment allowance has been paid for 3 months for which the rent has been paid. Okay, so here we have to assume that establishment allowance has been paid for 3 months for which the go down rent has been paid by the consignee. So we have to calculate the establishment charges, that is 1000 for 3 months. It is 1000 per annum. So establishment charges will be 1000 into 3 divided by 12. So 1000 into 3 divided by 12, 250. Then rent 500. So total will be 2750. Then sales, we have already calculated 66,000, that is 33,000 cash and 33,000 credit. Then again abnormal loss also we have calculated, that is abnormal losses. Abnormal losses 8,500. Now out of this 8,500, 6,900 has been given as insurance claim. So the insurance claim will be 6,900. Then the remaining 1,600 written off to profit and loss account. Then consignment stock also we have calculated 10,150. Then commission. So commission 5,280, that is commission will be 5% commission plus 3% delicate commission. So total commission is 5 plus 3, that is 8% commission. So 66,000 into 8 divided by 100 will be the commission amount. So 5,280. Then the next is load. Okay, now what about the load? In case of load, it is on goods sent on consignment. Load on goods sent on consignment will be the difference between invoice price and cost price, that is 79,200 minus 66,000, 13,200. Now just like that, the load on closing stock we have already calculated, that is, it is given in the calculation 9,900 minus 8,250, 1,650. So here it is 1,650. Now the consignment account balance will be 8,970. So total is the total is 97,850, and the profit and loss account or the balance of consignment account is 8,970. Okay, hope it is clear. The goods sent on consignment invoice price 79,200. Then consignee's expense 2,000. Then 250, that is proportion of establishment charges. Then rent total will be 2,750. Then Sardar Ram Singh, that is commission 66,000 into 8%, 5,280. Then sales 66,000. Then insurance claim plus profit and loss account, that is abnormal loss, together constitute 8,500. Consignment stock is valued at 10,150. Then two load. One is on goods sent on consignment, that is invoice price minus cost price 13,200. Now again stock reserve also, that is invoice price, stock at invoice price minus stock at cost price 1,650. And the balancing figure is 8,970. Now the third question is, Mohan of Kozhikode sent goods on consignment to Madhu of Kollam. The terms are that Madhu will receive 10% commission including del creditor on the invoice price, which is cost plus 25%, and 20% of any price realized above invoice price. Now Mohan sent goods for rupees 90,000 at invoice price and spent rupees 6,740 on freight, forwarding charges, etc. Madhu accepted a bill for 2 months for rupees 72,000 immediately on receiving consignment. His expenses were 1,200 as rent, 150 as insurance. Now Madhu sold 3/4 of the goods for rupees 87,750. One customer failed to pay rupees 1,800. So that is bad debts. Then this amount could not be realized. Now Madhu met his acceptance and remitted the amount due to Mohan. So you have to give journal entries and also the ledger accounts. Okay, so this is the question. So here also it is invoice price. So here there is a problem, that is you are given the invoice price. So invoice price is given, but here the percentage of profit is 25% on cost. So you have to compute. So percentage is given, percentage of profit is given on cost price, but you are given the invoice price. So you have to make a small calculation here. So simply it is said that 1/4 on cost will be equal to 1/5 on invoice price. So here it is 25%, that is 1/4 on cost price is equal to 1/5 on invoice price, or 25 divided by 100 on cost price will be equal to 25 divided by 100 plus 25, that is 125 on invoice price. So you have to calculate the invoice price or cost price, you have to calculate based on the profit given. So it will be calculated as calculation of, okay, so you can calculate it straight away. That is, the consignment account will be to goods sent on consignment 90,000, that is invoice price is 90,000. So goods sent on consignment 90,000. Then to cash, that is various expenses 6,740. Then consignee's expense 1,350. Then sales, that is 87,750. So sales value is directly given in the question, that is 87,750. Now you have to calculate the consignment stock and also to load, that is load on goods sent on consignment as well as load on consignment stock. So that you have to calculate. Okay. Now here the load on goods sent on consignment can be calculated as invoice price is 90,000. So here load will be 90,000 into 25 divided by 125, that is 1/4 on cost is equal to 1/5 on invoice price. That is 90,000 into 25 divided by 125, that is 1/5, 18,000 will be load on goods sent on consignment. Now the load on consignment stock you have to calculate. Now before that you have to compute the consignment stock. Now how to compute the consignment stock here? Consignment stock is 1/4 of invoice price, that is 3/4 goods we have sold. So remaining will be 1/4. That is here in the question it is given that 3/4 of the goods were sold for rupees 87,750. So the remaining will be 1/4. So it is 1/4 of invoice value 90,000, that is 22,500. Now 1/4 of consigner's expense 6,740 into 1/4, 1,685. So total 24,185. Okay. Now you have to calculate the load also. Okay. Now we have to compute the commission. So here in the question, commission is given as 10% commission including del credit on the invoice price and 20% of any price realized above invoice price. So you have to compute the commission. So commission, there is two types of commission. One is 10% commission on invoice price and also 20% of any price realized above invoice price. Now we can see the calculation of commission. So sales is 3/4 of the invoice value. So that will be 90,000 into 3/4. So sales is 3/4. So invoice price 90,000. So 90,000 into 3/4, that is 67,500. So 10% on invoice price. So 67,500 into 10/100, 6,750. Now 20% on sales over the invoice price. So here it will be excess of sales over invoice price you have to calculate. Okay. So invoice price is 67,500. And the sales is 87,750. So invoice price 67,500, that is 90,000 into 3/4, 67,500, and the actual sales is 87,750. So 3/4 of the goods were sold for rupees 87,750 and the invoice price of 3/4 goods is 67,500. So the difference will be 20,250. That is 87,750 minus 67,500. So that is 20,250. So the commission is 20%. So 20,250 into 20 divided by 100, that is 4,050 will be the extra commission. So here commission is 10% on invoice price, that is 3/4 of invoice price is 90,000 into 3/4, 67,500 into 10%, 6,750. Then excess is 87,750 is the actual sales. Then here 3/4 of invoice price is 67,500. So difference is 20,250 into 20% on this value 4,050. So total commission is 10,800. So this commission also you have to write here. commission 10,800. Now when you balance this, you will get 16,545. So the consignment account balance will be the profit being 16,545. Now there is one more question that you have to do it as homework. William of Chennai consigned 300 chest of tea at rupees 2,000 per chest to Johnson of New Delhi, paying freight rupees 4,000 and other expenses rupees 2,000. Then Johnson sold 250 chest at rupees 2,500 per chest and 25 chest at rupees 2,200 per chest for cash. Johnson spent for freight and octroi rupees 3,000 and other expenses rupees 1,000. He remitted the amount due to William after deducting his commission at 5% normal, 2.5% overriding and 0.5% del creditor commission to be given on total sales. Now Johnson found that one of customer to whom credit was allowed paid only rupees 4,800 against rupees 5,000 in full settlement. Now other customers paid the amount due. Now pass journal entries in the books of both the parties and prepare ledger accounts. Now this problem you have to do it as homework. Okay, thank you.